Good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday. Time for another early morning. Well, it's really not early. It's 7:30 my time, Central Standard Time. It's not really that early. Time for another morning chit chat. I'll put it like that. Time for another morning chit chat. Put it like that. Happy Sunday. I hope everyone is Happy Sunday. Has had a great night and is having a great morning so far. Has had a great night and is having a great morning so far. Of course, I'm always having a great time, even if it didn't look like it. Even if I don't feel like it, I'm grateful to be here. So I'm always gonna have a great time. Yes. Um, this is my fourth day of my personal challenge of going live for every day for the month of January. Um, I'm doing this because I want to connect with my community here on YouTube. I want them to get to know me, and I want to get to know my community, my family, my supporters, because I greatly appreciate all the love, all the prayers, all the support, all the encouragement to keep going. Um, some of you just don't know how your comments have inspired me and motivated me on days that I didn't feel like posting. I hi from Finland. How are you? I didn't I didn't even feel like getting up, but I would read your comments and your encouraging words, and that gave me the motivation, the inspiration to keep going. Because a lot of, well, all of what I post is how I feel. It's what I'm going through. No, I don't mind you asking, and thank you for coming in. I have sarcoidosis. It's a autoimmune illness. There's no cause and no cure. And so it affects any organ in your body, and it's affecting majority of mine. I've been dealing with sarcoidosis for over 30 years now. Um, if you remember the comedian Bernie Mac, and I reference him because a lot of people remember him and know of him. Um, the comedian Bernie Mac, he passed away complications of sarcoidosis. I wouldn't be here if I didn't believe in Jesus. I wouldn't be here if I didn't believe that he could heal me. What you see right now is healing. It may not look like it to you, but it feels like it to me. Um, oh, you didn't know you had it before you got a smartwatch. Well, great, great. I'm glad you found out, because that's something serious. Hopefully, now that you know, you're getting that's my concentrator going off. So excuse me. Um, it'll stop in a few seconds, but now that you know, you can take the proper treatments, because that is, like I said, that's something serious. Um, Sleep apnea is not easy, and hopefully you're getting the proper treatment and you're waking up feeling refreshed now. And now you um, also know why you were tired when you woke up. You thought it was your smoke detector though, sweetheart. It's my concentrator. It's the oxygen concentrator. But yes, I do believe in God. I do believe in healing. Like I said, I've been battling this for over 30 years. I was when I was wheeled into the hospital before they even knew what had happened to me. I had lost the ability to walk. I was a nurse prior to becoming sick with this illness. Only heard of it, via textbook. Never had saw a patient with it. I didn't know what was wrong with me. The doctors that I worked for, they didn't know what was wrong with me. Um, so it took me just going, downhill, and it happened really quick once the symptoms really started. Um, but prior to getting that sick, I had, been feeling bad, and occasionally, and they would give me medication. Um, they misdiagnosed me, therefore giving me the wrong treatments. And like I said, when I got really sick, hey Charlene, good morning, happy Sunday. Remember when I got really sick, I was diagnosed with acute sarcoidosis. Um, they felt like that I wouldn't make it, so they put me in the hospital to make me comfortable until I passed. Thank God, some of the medications that they gave me while they were still trying to figure out what was wrong with me worked. And like I said, over the years, 30 years of dealing with something that ravishes your body. Hey, Queen, good morning. Hey, sister. It takes a toll. So, yeah, it's taking a toll on my lungs, my heart, my eyes, my brain, my stomach, my skin. But like I was telling, I think it was the young lady that asked me before about if I believed that Jesus could heal me. I wouldn't be here if there was no Jesus, if I didn't believe. Even when I didn't believe, he still held me in his arms. And that's the great thing about the love of God. Even when your faith is the size of a mustard seed, he's still there. He's still moving mountains on your behalf because of that mountain seed faith. Oh, thank y'all for coming in this morning. As I stated, it was a personal challenge. I had issues with not so much as vanity with coming on, with my oxygen on, and really disclosing um, a lot about my illness, because I didn't want to bring people down. I didn't want people to feel sorry for me. I didn't want them to think that it was, I was fighting a losing battle, or whatever. Because a lot of people look at me and they're like, "Oh, bless your heart." No, I'm good. Like I said, I'm good. Um, this is just part of my journey. Good morning, Holly, and thank you, Faith Believe. I see your prayer. Thank you so much. Yes, yes. Now that you can breathe better without stopping. I'm pretty sure you wake up feeling a lot better. And I um, saw another comment here. It was related to stress. Yes, I have cut out all the stress. We talked about that yesterday. And stress can, be in many different forms, people, places, and things. So separating yourself from those three, areas of life that can cause you stress. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you from Cameroon, Africa. Thank you so much. And you're right, I agree. It is not. A lot of times, the stress, well, not a lot of times, anytime you stress about something, that can eliminate you um, quicker than any illness because it takes a toll on your body, to the point where there is no true diagnosis for it, other than to not do it. And that's a process in itself. Yes, yes, we do. Um, but once you seek mental health treatment, like I was saying yesterday, that is not a sign of weakness. That is absolutely a sign of strength, getting help for illness. When you know that your tick is not talking, it's time to see somebody to get it adjusted, to help you get it in, adjusted and get it back um, on a regular schedule or productive schedule, healthy schedule. So that's what I did. And like I said, I eliminated 99% of the stress in my life. Life is gonna life. Things are gonna happen out of my control. I just don't do anything to personally cause myself stress anymore because I have done that. I have caused myself a lot of pain, and stress over these 54 years. Some of it related to things out of my control, but when it was within my control to control, I didn't seek help for it until mm, 2017 is when I sought mental health issues, mental health treatment. Because a lot of things in life, we just can't figure out on our own, and we need someone, and I didn't have that within my family because they spoke against mental health treatment, against psychiatry and all of that, because they felt like that was a lack of faith in God. But that is not true. If I had heart issues and I didn't go to see a cardiologist, people would think that there was something wrong with me. You have a doctor right here who can treat you, who can help you. Why wouldn't you go see him? And that's the same thing for mental health issues. If I know, I can go over here and get help. Why wouldn't I? Hey, how are you doing? Good morning. Good morning. The comments are going so fast, y'all. I am so sorry. This is my fourth day going live. I've gone live before, but not as often. I go live for my infusion treatments for sarcoidosis. So give me a minute. Just bear with me. I greatly appreciate you all being here and you all commenting. It's gonna take me a minute to catch up. Are there any holistic approaches? Meditation helps to a certain extent, but and prayer, because I can be hurting and start praying and end up asleep, and not even know that I've fallen asleep. And I call that Jesus rocking me to sleep. I've fallen asleep in the arms of Jesus. And there's no better place to fall asleep and wake up. If you know of any, please send them to me. You have my email. Put them in the comments. Maybe someone else could benefit from it. Yes, I'm always willing to research, try new things. Yes, especially holistic. It can't help. And I take a lot of vitamins now. I didn't, before getting sick, simply because, like I said, I was a nurse, honey, just stubborn, just a awful patient. and to some extent, my doctors probably feel like I am now, but my care is not up to them primarily. I have the last, I have to agree with what they want to do because it is my body, and I have to live with it 24/7. They just issue the medication, and hopefully it works. But if I have reservations about something, I definitely voice my opinion in my health care. You're 46 years old and been ill since. Really? Oh wow. I'm gonna add you to my prayer list. I add everybody to my prayer list because I like to fast and pray for people. But definitely um, those who are fighting the same fight that I'm fighting. Oh, sorry about that. I'm trying to. There we go. I got you now. That's what you did to get help. 26 years, yes. That's a long time. That's a long time. Like I said, I was properly diagnosed in 30 years ago. Prior to that, um, I had my son, and he was a 1 pound. He was almost 1 pound. He was a preemie, and after I was diagnosed with sarcoidosis, they're like, okay, this makes sense now. The reason why your son was born so premature. That's one of the symptoms of sarcoidosis, one of the complications of having sarcoidosis. Um, but it looked like toxemia. That's what I was diagnosed with, toxemia. But actually, when you go back and look at it and you put it, you look at sarcoidosis and pregnancy, that's what it was. So I actually, like I said, I had it long before the major complications and symptoms showed up. And had it been diagnosed then and properly treated then, this may not be. Um, it would not have taken such a toll on my body. Because, like I said, when I was um, wheeled into the hospital, I had already lost my ability to walk. And that happened like within a month's time period. And they were looking at me, and the doctor, he said, I don't know what's wrong with you right now. He said, but obviously you're in the latter stages of it. So what we're going to do, we're going to admit you, and we're going to make you comfortable, while you're here. For the time that you have left, we're going to make you comfortable. The doctors that I work for, they also, with escorted myself and my husband to the doctor that morning. They closed the clinic down that morning so that they could come to that appointment with me, because they were so concerned and they were so, confused about what was going on with me. And after they admitted me, they came in the room before they left, and they told me that they were going to pay for my funeral services and that they would put both of my kids through college for me. That was in November, and they bought my kids Christmas. They had my kids make a list of anything they could possibly think of that they wanted, and they bought them. They had the best Christmas that year because I was in the hospital. I wasn't able to be with them. I wasn't able to shop for them. But look at God. I'm still here. I'm still here. Like I said, God touched one of the medications. We have no idea which one because they were giving me a combination of a lot of medications, at that time. Like if they're just throwing stuff out there, trying to treat the unknown, trying to save my life. And one of the medications worked. I progressively started getting better. And even though the first 3 years after my diagnosis, I stayed in the hospital for about 3 months um, during that first stay. And even after I got to come home, I was still back and forth. I was in the hospital every month and every other month. And then gradually things started getting a little bit better, a little bit better, um, to where I have not been hospitalized since 2014. So, yes, I believe in God. God is good. Thank you, Faith. Believe. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you stopped by. Um, Holly, I have sarcoidosis. Um, it's an autoimmune disease. Unknown origin, unknown cure. I reference Bernie Mac because a lot of people know him. A lot of people remember him, know of him, and remember him. He was the comedian, and he died due to the complications of sarcoidosis. It affects the lungs. Um, a lot of people only have it, that it affects their lungs. But like I said, because mine went untreated for so long, I it became, acute and therefore spread to different parts of my body. Um, you need medication for anxiety. No, I don't. I don't need medication for anxiety, baby. My anxiety has been kicking me. I need prayers. Okay, okay, Holly, I got you. I got you. I got you, baby. I'll screenshot your name and I'll add you to my prayer list when I get off of here. Um, I'm actually doing a 8-day fast right now, so yes. And I love having something to pray about. My mom said we ought to welcome the opportunity to be able to talk to God. And she said there's always something to pray about, and not necessarily for ourselves, because I rarely pray for myself. I pray for others, but I rarely pray for myself. And it hasn't always been like that. Used to, in the past I would pray, cry, and beg God to heal me, to just let me be normal again. And one day I was praying that prayer, just crying like a baby. And I thought about it. I stopped. I thought about it. I was like, I don't even know what it feels like to feel like what I'm praying for again. You know? I'm praying for this and that. I don't even know what that feels like anymore. This is my normal. And I'm fine with it, because I have to accept that this is part of my journey. And it is. Um, and it's not a bad part. Sarcoidosis literally saved my life. Um, what is sarcoidosis? Sarcoidosis is an unknown autoimmune disease, that can affect any organ in the body. There's no known origin. No one knows how I contracted it, where I got it from. It could have been that I inhaled something. A lot of it, I believe, with autoimmune diseases is from stress. I was stressing about things that happened to me in childhood. And if you look up the what stress does to the body, it breaks down the immune system. So because my immune system was weakened due to stress, um, whatever I came in contact with caused sarcoidosis. Um, so that's why I say, stress um, can unalive you quicker than any illness. And y'all, I am trying. I'm trying. Like I said, I am new to live. If you look at my page, you see mostly that I post. You rarely see me, And so this year that's going to change. That is changing. That has changed. Because like I said, I'll be on every morning between 7 and 9 Central Standard Time. I'm in Alabama. So if you're up, I welcome you to come on in and let's talk and, get to know each other. Um, yes, Charlene, it is. It's equivalent to being diagnosed with lupus because one of the diagnosis that I received was lupus, but I didn't have it. um, like I said, when they were just the doctors that, not the doctors that I worked for, because they were sending me out to specialists because they couldn't figure it out. So the specialist, each specialist would diagnose me with something else and give me medication. I'd take the medication. Once I completed the medication, the symptoms that I was experiencing came back 10 times worse, if not, 100. So then the doctors that I worked for, they would send me somewhere else to another specialist. Um, Infectious disease specialist. I've seen um, oncologists. I've had I've seen a lot of doctors before I was properly diagnosed, and it literally took me almost passing away to end up in the right hands, and that was UAB at Kirkland Clinic. That is where I ended up with Dr. Shelton, um, and he was the one that did the biopsies and did more biopsies, thank goodness. And they were able to find out, but it wasn't a quick diagnosis. Like I said, I was in the hospital um, for about 6 weeks before they got a definite diagnosis, because their cultures would look like this one day, look like that the next day, and finally, after over a month, of them going back and forth, and were able to properly diagnose me with sarcoidosis and give me the proper treatment. And like I said, thank God, one of the medications that they administered, it worked. But sarcoidosis has been around for ages. And like I said, there's no cure for it. And that's that's unbelievable that it has been around forever. I've been an ambassador for sarcoidosis. I've been an ambassador for Alabama. Um, I would go to Washington every year, and that's where we go and we speak before Congress, asking for more, or explaining the need, showing them the need for more research, for a cure, more funding, more education, and more awareness, not just in the, not just in the general public, but in the medical field as well. Because like I said, I was a nurse. I didn't know what I had. The doctors that I worked for didn't know what I had, So, and one of the doctors is the doctor that delivered me that I worked for. I worked for him before going on to and it was a great thing that I left him and went to general medicine, because those doctors were able to see that, hey, this is not just asthma. I was telling them, how do you grow into asthma? You grow out of asthma, if anything. So, yeah, I worked with a total of 1, 2, 5 or 6 doctors. Um, yeah, it was 5, 3 in pediatrics, 2 in general medicine, and between those 5 doctors and the other doctors that they were sending me to, no one figured it out. So there's definitely a need for education and awareness in the medical field. I went to a emergency room one time, wasn't feeling good, and I didn't wasn't able to make it to UAB, so I just went to another emergency room of a hospital that was closer. I am there, and they are asking me how to spell it. So I knew I needed to get out of there as soon as possible. If they didn't know how to spell it, they didn't know what to give me. So as soon as I was able to breathe a little bit better, took private transport to UAB. Because they were, I guess they thought they were going to use me as a guinea pig, and they were like, well, we're not going to sign for you to be transported, out of here, and you're not in, condition to be transported. I can breathe. I'm better. I can go. Well, you have to sign, a waiver. I bring it here. Bring it here. So, yeah, as soon as I was, and y'all, I'm behind on the comments. I'm sorry. I went back to be able to screenshot Holly's name. Thank you, Queen V. Thank you, sis. Thank you for welcoming everybody in. I am so sorry. And it's not that I've been ignoring your comments. Um, I just, I didn't say, yes, no problem, Charlene. Pat Shannon, you said, I have a very important question, so please forgive me. My family renovated houses, and a lot of times there were materials I later found out there. Uh-huh. No, no, I'm not living in the same place that I was living when I became ill. I was actually in my childhood home at that time when I became ill. But come to find out, I had been sick for a lot longer than when I actually um, became, you know, um, sick enough that I could not walk. But you are right. A lot of the older houses um, have materials in them um, that are not good to breathe in to have in your lungs. So it can definitely cause problems. A lot of the um, 9/11 first responders were diagnosed with sarcoidosis from breathing in all the ash, the rubble from the buildings that collapsed. It, they ended up with sarcoidosis. So you can definitely research that and look it up as well. Um, Queen Bee, can you put sarcoidosis in the comment, or and so that if you're not understanding what I'm saying or how to pronounce it or spell it, it's right there. It'll be there for you. Mm-hmm. Now, why would you, you know what, I'm not even going to address that. We're going to keep on going with having a great and positive morning. I don't know. I don't know why people feel like they just need to say stuff. Um, just to be saying stuff. But that's fine. It's not going to change my day or my life one bit. So have at it. Yes, that's it in the comments. Sarcoidosis. Um, I have a T-shirt from when I was a ambassador that says it breaks down how to pronounce sarcoidosis, and it says hard to pronounce, even more difficult to cure. And I would wear that T-shirt when I went to Capitol Hill every year, and I stopped doing that I've been doing that for years, but I stopped doing that um, around 2020 because, for one, with COVID, we weren't able to fly out. And then after, the restriction was lifted that we could fly, because I am autoimmune compromised, being on a plane with people, um, there was just no way I was going to chance that. And a lot of us, didn't, because we were flying in from different states. There are two ambassadors from each state, and we were going to Washington. So, yeah, a lot of people had to fly in, and we just weren't willing to risk that, being enclosed in, in a plane, because you're bound to, walk away with something. And that's even, without COVID-19. So, yeah. And then a lot of my fellow ambassadors, they they took the vaccine, and I'm not speaking against the vaccine, but because of our condition, and the lack of research, um, there was an unknown. Yes, yes. And a lot of them were scared, so they took the vaccine, and they did not pass away due to COVID. They passed away because their body was not able to tolerate the vaccine. And the ones that, you know, didn't take the vaccine, there were, a lot of them that passed away from COVID. So that was really hard on me. That was really hard. Um, just watching them pass away one by one. And that took a toll. So I decided to sit down, to step back, because my emotions were everywhere. I was heartbroken. There was nothing I could do. Um, I was upset. And I didn't want the people that were reaching out to me for help, because, like I said, I was one of the ambassadors of Alabama. So the new patients that were diagnosed with sarcoidosis were referred to me and the other Alabama ambassador. Um, and I didn't want the people that were reaching out to me to hear it in my voice, because some actually did, And so I chose to step back. And one of my fellow ambassadors from Atlanta, from Georgia, she said, don't leave altogether. Don't just quit. What I'll do, I'll start taking. I'll put my number, my name and number, in the registry in place of yours, so that they can contact me. And when you're ready to step back in, we'll just put your name and number back in there, and keep it going. So that day has not come yet that I'm ready to step back into it, simply because I'm having more health issues now myself. And loss takes a toll. And even though I know that that's a part of life that we all have to go through, that I have to go through, when you're watching it in mass numbers like that, that really, that really takes a toll on you. It wears you down. And I'm just not ready yet. And not to step back in it and see the familiar faces, hear the familiar voices, the laugh, the hug, and because everyone's basically new. There are only a few of um, the original team left. So yeah, if God says go, I'll go. But right now, I need to work on me. Focus on my healing, because if I'm not whole, I can't pour into someone else. And that's for all of us. They'll say, well, you can't pour from an empty cup. That is true. If I'm not good, no one under me is going to be good because I don't have it in me to pour into them. So I make sure that I pour into others from my overflow. So my cup is going to stay full. It's the overflow that's going to, you know, fill the cups and lives of everyone connected to me. Not really under me, but connected to me. So, yeah. But like I said, if there comes a point where I'm not quite sure how to help you with that. Oh, Lord. Now, see, I don't know why Alexa talk when nobody's talking to her. I don't understand it. But when I'm talking to her, she sit there like she can't hear nothing. And then she talking about she's not quite sure how to help me. I didn't even call her name. Anywho. But yeah, I've learned that self-love is not selfish. So that's what I do now. I pour into myself, and because I do pour into myself, make sure that I maintain my cup is overflowing. The ones that are connected to me, they also reap the benefits. What God has given me, what through hardship at times. Yeah, she's eavesdropping, trying to figure out what I'm talking about. But what God has given me, often through hardship and pain, trial and error, I've been able to use that to help other people. And at the time that we're going through things, I can speak for myself. At the time that I'm going through, that I've been going through things, a lot of times in the earlier years, why me? Why me? Why is this happening to me? Why can't I just live and be happy? But why not me? The only way I would be here and being able to, or let's go back before now. The only way I was able to go and speak before Congress is because I personally know what sarcoidosis feels like. I know what it looks like. Every time I look in the mirror, I know what it looks like. Every morning that I wake up, I know how long it's going to take me, to get from the bed to the bathroom because my my steps are slow. It's like having to warm up a car in the wintertime. My body hurts. It's a lot. It may not look like a lot, sound like a lot right now, but believe me, it is a lot and it takes a toll on the body. But I would have never been able to stand before them and explain and show them what it looks like if I hadn't gone through it. So I often say that I use this analogy. If you know someone that graduates from high school, you graduate from high school, and you aspire to become a brain surgeon. Well, there's some things that you have to do in between graduating high school and being in the OR performing surgery. You just can't graduate high school and walk into an OR and be like, oh, I'm here to take care of Mr. Wilson today. I got this, with no training. And that training is schooling. It may not be easy for a lot. It's not easy, There's testing. There's sometimes when you have to stay up all night studying. There's a lot of frustration, anxiety. Some people don't test well. They know everything. They know all the right answers, but they get, test anxiety. And they make bad grades. So there's that. But there's a process that you have to go through. And once you go through all that and you make it to the side, you get your degree, you're a brain surgeon, you're ready to go. So life is the same way. Everything that I've gone through is part of my training to get to where I am now. Because the only way I could talk about it is to have gone through it. So everything that I question God about, why me, why now, why this, and how long, that's irrelevant. Why not? He knew I could handle it, or else he wouldn't have given it to me. He knows how much I can bear. So he knows that, and now I know that he has confidence in me. So I now have more confidence in him to not only get me through it, but to get me through it victoriously. So it doesn't matter what it looks like. I'm happy, and I'm great. And I've never been in this spot of true happiness, this space of true happiness, pure joy, love, and abundance in my life. And if you all knew, and we'll get into this if you want to, like I said, even in homelessness, and that was only a few years ago, blessings were birthed from that. So that's why I say sarcoidosis saved my life. It set me down and put me in a space and a place where I had to deal with my mental health issues. I had to deal with the things that happened in childhood. I had to deal with the things that were going on presently. And it equipped me for the future. Thank you, Holly. So are you. So are you. But it took a lot for me to get here. It took me finally believing that I deserved to be here. That was one of the main issues that I had, because I felt like everything bad always happened to me. So of course, when I was diagnosed with sarcoidosis, no one else in my family, had it. It could only happen to me, because that's what I was born for. I was born for torture. I was born for pain. But no, that is not the case. God made me in his image. God is love. I was born for a purpose. And I accept that purpose now. And once I accepted my purpose, and I was able to look back and see that through everything I felt was unfair, every pain, God brought me through it. He kept me through it. Thank you, Eric. Good morning. How are you doing? Oh, baby, my nails I do these myself. I love getting my nails done, but right now I can't get them done because my body hurts really bad. So when they do the drill on my nails, it causes excruciating pain. So I just paint them at home myself. But yeah, I love getting my nails done. But like I said, right now I just can't. And the same for pedicures. I can't get them done because with them massaging my legs and all of that, I can't do it right now. I would love to be able to go get a massage, but even doing a light massage causes really bad bruising. Hey, Millie Mill. Um, I'm talking to Milton. Milton Leroy is he's a kitten that rescued me 2 days before my birthday last year. I didn't know I needed him, but I desperately need him. And I was thinking the same thing about me getting up and going live on here every morning. God knew that I needed Milton Leroy because I was at a point where I wasn't getting out of bed, just succumbing, to not really the emotions of sarcoidosis, but the physical pain. And Milton Leroy gave me a reason to get up every morning, because I have to get up every morning and feed him and take care of him. And coming on here is the same thing. And I was like, look at God this morning when I was getting ready to come on. I was like, you've given me yet another reason to keep going. Um, yes, I have looked up Dr. Sebi. Um, it's acquiring the different um, herbs and things that he uses that I'm having a issue with, um, because I don't know who to get it from. A trusted supplier. That's the problem that I have with acquiring the different herbs that he specifies that one would need. So if you have any information on that, leave a link in the comments, or somewhere on the community tab. Leave it somewhere and let me know. I'm from. Oh, there you go. He's talking to you, Queen. Um, um, but I was saying that even coming on here is another reason that I have to get up every morning. I look forward to coming on here now. My nerves still kind of get me right before I go live. My nerves are like, oh, you know, you know. I don't know, but it's getting better. It's getting better. Hey, Millie, come on, come on, come on, say hi this morning. Come on. Milton didn't have on clothes this morning, so he's probably a little bit shy about coming on. I love you too, Holly. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you for leaving the website. I greatly appreciate that. I greatly appreciate that. And thank you so much for your support. And y'all, I'm not good with names, so if you know it has light on the end of it. Um, so if you have a name that you prefer me call you, just leave. I'm Grace. Okay, thank you, Grace. Thank you. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for being here. I greatly appreciate you. And I have to screenshot that so I'll remember that. Remember your name. So if you come back through, and I hope you do, um, I'll call you Grace. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now Milton is hopping around, so he'll be over here in a few minutes. He's in the window. He's my top flight security. He's my top flight security, but Milton has no survival skills. I don't even know how he was even born outside in the wild, because yeah, that's why his mama dropped him off here, because she knew I would take care of him. And Milton would take care of me. I'm doing great. I'm doing great, Grace. Um, I have sarcoidosis. It's an autoimmune illness. Um, there's no cause and no cure for it. So we're just living life to the fullest. 2026, I started feeling a shift. The middle part. And I've been telling my sister Queen Bee this um, since the middle of last year. I'll send her a text, or I tell her on the phone. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. Something is happening. And the closer we got to the end of the year, the stronger the feeling got. It was like, oh, I don't get excited for Christmas. I mainly sleep. I just like the eating part of Christmas. The eating, the laughing, the family, the fun. I don't so much care for the gifts. Yeah, sweetheart, you go ahead and you can ask anything. If I know the answer, I'll answer it. If I don't, we'll find it together, okay? But I've been feeling it, that excitement just bubbling over. I'm just like excited because I know something is getting ready to happen. And it's not even that it's getting ready to happen, it's happening. I'm sitting in greatness. We all are. Hey, Milton. We're sitting in greatness, walking in it right now. Don't do that, man. Come here. Come here. And so I'm just excited. I don't know what's going to happen this year, but I know something is already happening. Like I said, you plant a seed, you don't know what's going on below the surface, but you trust that the roots are forming. You know that they've actually formed when see the little sprout break through the dirt. So I'm at the root season now. I don't know what's happening below the surface, what I can't see, but I know something is getting ready to come forth. And I'm so excited for it. Yes, happy birthday to Dance Sisters. Lorena. Is it Lorena? Yes, sweetheart. You know what? It may not come out right, but I'll sing for you. How about that? Are you still in here? Don't have me singing for nothing. Okay. I'll sing happy birthday for you. How about that? Milton, you want to come sing happy birthday with me? Milton, he said happy birthday, baby. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Lorena. Happy birthday to you. Yes, happy birthday. Have a great day. May this be the best chapter of your life. We're going to speak it right now. This is going to be the best chapter, the beginning of the best chapters of your life. How about that? Yes. Oh, thank you, Holly. It could be better, but it is what it is. I'm thankful. I'm thankful that I can still do that part. I used to sing in a group. I was born into a family of singers. Um, First started off singing background singer from my mom, and she passed away in '99. But before then, we had already, formed our own group, the sisters and I. So I don't sing anymore. Just around the house. No going out and singing. So thank you for letting me sing happy birthday to you. And as I said, um, I pray, hope and pray that chapter is the beginning of the best chapters of your life. Thank you, Grace. Thank you. Can everybody wish her a happy birthday as well in the comments? I hope she's still here so that she can see it. You made my day too. I haven't had a reason. Like I said, I sing around the house, but haven't had a reason to sing in a minute. So thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. You made my day as well. I appreciate you. and Charlene, thank y'all. Thank y'all for showing love to her. Thank you. You never know how your words, even just a happy birthday, a smile, or whatever can make someone's day, You never know what other people are going through. So any act of kindness, no matter how simple you may think it is, do it. You never know. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, you're right. You're right. And like I said, I sing around the house. I sing to Milton Leroy. I rock him to sleep. And I sing to Milton Leroy. I've always sang to my pet children. My Jack Russell, he loved that song, Give Me You. He would just look like he was just in dreamland, just falling in love. But I've always sang to my kids, and like I said, to my pet. Alexa is cutting up. To my pet children, to my pet grandchildren. Um, but like I was saying, as far as going out and singing, being requested to sing, at concerts and at different churches, and all that. I don't do that anymore. Um, yeah, I get winded really easy. So, yeah, but that will all be restored. That will all be restored. Like I said, I feel a shift coming. I feel a shift happening right now. I keep saying I feel it coming, but I know something is happening right now. Yes. And I need you all to believe the same thing. That this is not just my season, it's your season too. And all it takes is faith the size of a mustard seed. You can't even see a mustard seed. Um, so faith that you can't even see yet can move mountains. Mm, mm. Have mercy. So yeah, just believe it. The world was created by words. Isn't that powerful? The words. The world was created by words, not by people getting out there with, tools, hammers, nails, bricks, by words. Good morning, Lamont. God spoke these things into existence. And we are created in the image of God. So therefore, we have that same authority. We just don't exercise it. Oh, I started exercising mine. I'm speaking everything, everything into existence. God said, let there be. Those three words are so powerful. Let there be. Let there be light. And there was light. And it was good. So speak over your life. Speak into your life. Let there be. Stand on it. Believe it. Let there be. And you'll see a lot of things start to change in your life. Thank you, Grace. A lot of things start to change. I'm only here because I spoke it. And I'm not letting myself down anymore. I've done that before. I've blocked my own blessings. I've been right in the position for it, and then something or someone would come along and distract me. I would allow myself to be distracted because no one can force you to do anything. But I allowed those distractions to get me off the course that I was on, therefore causing frustration, regrets with myself, not with them, with myself. So I'm not doing that anymore. I'm, as I mentioned earlier in the live, I don't have any stress. Life is gonna happen. I don't have any stress. I'm 99.9999% stress free. Because I have removed a lot of things from my life, and because I use discernment now for people, places, and things. If I get that feeling about going somewhere that I shouldn't, I can be driving down the road. I can be going to the doctor, driving down the road, and I have not. And if something says I'll take that way, even though I'm on a straight shot. I don't foresee anything ahead of me, but something says turn right here and take that route, and then connect back onto this road a little bit further up. And I do that. And then I get up there and I'm looking back and I see all the flashing lights where something has happened. So I trust my instinct. I trust my gut feeling, because that is the Holy Spirit. That's that nudge, that little that little flitter that you feel in your stomach, or as they say, the hairs on the back of your neck raise up. Pay attention to that. It's not happening for no reason. That's your intuition. So yeah, I trust myself now. That's it. That's it. So you're absolutely right, Charlene. And Charlene, I checked last night around midnight. I didn't see. Did you send me an email? Because I want to be able to send that off to you, but tomorrow. But I didn't see an email from you. So if you forgot, please send it to me so I can get it out to you. I would love to do that. But like I said, when you've been through childhood trauma, that's okay. That's all right. That's all right. I'll keep checking. I'll keep checking. By all means, take care of your mom. I just didn't want to overlook it if you had. And I didn't want you to forget if you had forgotten to do it, okay? Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you. Like I said, sometimes y'all are gonna have to help me get back to where I left off. But I think I was talking about trusting your intuition and how it took me a minute because I'd lived in survival mode for over 50 years. Okay, Grace. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you in the morning, okay? Love you. Have a great day. Um, I'll be here. I'll be here. I hope to see you as well. Um, I was living in survival mode because of the childhood trauma that I had experienced. Um, so I did not trust I didn't trust myself. And I didn't trust anybody else either. That comes along with living in survival mode because when you live in survival mode, everybody is suspect. Everybody is suspect. You're watching them, you're cautious, you're careful, and you're waiting on them to do something to hurt you. So, yeah, I didn't trust myself. I didn't trust anybody else. Didn't trust God. I didn't know God the way I know God now. Growing up, in the church that I was in, they used God as a weapon. If you step too far to the left, you be struck down. Step too far to the right, you'll be struck down. He wasn't portrayed as a God of love. He was portrayed as a God of punishment, a God that ruled with an iron fist, for every mistake. That's not the truth. He's a God of love. He's a forgiving God. He's a just God. He's a faithful God. So now that I know God for myself, not just by, I'm in Alabama, baby. Not just by what I was taught or what someone is saying or their description of who God is. I know him for myself, and I know what is he doing? I'm not paying attention to him. He said Milton is like, hello. Yes, baby, I'm in Alabama. I know who God is to me. So I don't have to rely on what other people's opinion of who God is. So, like I said, now I trust myself. Most importantly, I trust God. And I've learned to trust other people. Not everybody is suspect. Now, there are a lot of people that are suspect. Oh, he was behind me for a few seconds. probably sniffing my hair. Milton got some tendencies, but I am his mama. So, so he got them from me. Now, y'all, Milton act like he's so scared of this concentrator, right? But look what Milton doing. Milton standing on the concentrator. Y'all see that? He's standing on it. But he act like he's so scared of it. He's a silly little boy. But his mother is silly too. That'd be something that I would do. I'm scared of it, but I'm gonna go over there and check it out. See what's making this thing do what it do. He's showing it who's the boss. Now, watch him make that loud, that loud beeping noise, and probably send him into some kind of conniption fit. And I got to rub catnip on his lips to bring him back. Hey, Pumpkin. I gotta share my oxygen with him to bring him back if that beep go off. You back, Grace? Okay. so, so I guess he checked it out. So he's gone. He over there playing with his ball. Now he's beating up a piece of paper. Milton is also a kleptomaniac. Milton steals my lip chap. He's stolen um, 8 new tubes of lip chap. He steals my cough drops. Anything that has menthol. Hey, Nay. Milton, he waits until I go to sleep, and then a lot of times I forget to well, I just go off to sleep. I don't even really know that I'm going to sleep, So I I forget to put it up under my pillow. And that's what I've been doing. I was putting my cough drops up under my pillow. I was putting my lip chap up under my pillow at night. And when I forget, I wake up and Milton he's already taken it and he's hiding. I can't find a hiding spot where he's putting everything. I called him yesterday. I was on the phone talking to Queen Bee, and I heard something, and I walk out of the kitchen. Milton has my ninth tube. I buy them in packs of 3s. Milton has my tube of lip chap in his mouth, and he's running with it. And I'm chasing him. He dropped it. I ended up on my knees getting it from under the love seat. Milton is a klepto. I don't know why he's doing this. But I would really like to know where my 8 tubes of lip chap are. I I Hey, the Queen Bee not playing no GTA. um I I love lip chap. Um, I have an emergency kit in my car that has lip chap in it. I yes he is. You know what? Probably is. Cause he had like I scoop his litter box every morning. He had cough drops in his litter box. I mean, maybe he thought I wouldn't find him, but he's got to know. He sees me scooping his litter box and cleaning his litter box every day, so he had to know that I would find it. Not that I want it back, you know what I mean? But why? Why there? But yeah, he's a klepto, and like I said, my things were in my car in my emergency kit. There's my favorite nail polish. Tell me why. Hey, Nay, I'm good, baby. I'm good. Did you get your text that I sent you last night? I sent you an image last night. Um, for you to use as you saw fit. um, in my emergency kit, I have nail polish, lip chap, medications, and that's in my emergency kit in my car. Tell me what do I need nail polish? My favorite nail polish. That way, if I so happen to succumb, to the elements while I'm trapped in my car for whatever reason, they'll know what color to paint my nails. You're welcome. You're welcome. um, my favorite, color. So that's hey, baby. Hey, Mike. Good morning to you. Oh, Grace, no, no, no doubt. I'll remember you, baby. I'll remember you. I'm loving this. I'm loving the family, that I am um and that's forming by me coming on here, and like I said, just for a little while every morning, just coming on. Good morning, Mike. I'm loving it. I'm loving the engagement, and like I said, by me making that challenge, that personal challenge, to come on every morning for the month of January, and like I said, it may go, keep going. It may not be every morning, but definitely more than I was coming on, like once a month, only for my treatment. Um, I have an autoimmune disease. I can't pronounce your name. I see Gus. So can I call you Gus? I have an autoimmune disease called sarcoidosis. There's no known origin, and there's no known cure. So it can affect any organ of the body. Um, I don't know if YouTube is like TikTok. When you first come in on TikTok, you can't see the previous comments. I'm not sure, but Gus, if you scroll up a bit, you'll be able to see the spelling for what I have, and you can, if you so choose, you can look it up and see um, what the disease is. Um, the comedian, I reference the comedian Bernie Mac, like I always say, because a lot of people, um, they know of him and they remember him. He also had sarcoidosis, and he passed away from complications of sarcoidosis. Um, it can affect any organ in the body. With me, I've been dealing with this for over 30 years, so it has affected a lot of my organs. So yeah, we're just on here being great this morning. Enjoying the greatness of a new year, a new day, a new morning, new blessings, new beginnings, new family members, and new great times ahead. How about that? Just the newness and greatness of everything. I'm excited about it all. Milton. Oh, the Milton sneaking around here. He up to something. Y'all see me glancing over because I'm keeping my eye on my on my last tube of lip chat. And this is lip gloss. So, and he steals it. There's no scent to this. It's just clear lip gloss. This is what he had yesterday. He's stolen. I ordered 5 tubes of this. This is all I have left out of 8. I have 1 emergency lip chap. So I have 8 tubes of lip chap missing, and I have 4 of these missing. And I don't know where he could be putting them. I live in a 1-bedroom. Where could he look under the chair? I'm gonna have to turn it over. I'll get my uncle to do it, because I'm gonna have to turn it over, obviously. Thank you, sis. Thank you for putting that in there. Hey, cousin. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Thank y'all for coming in and spending this time with me. Because, like I said, it gives me something to look forward to. Hmm. Um, Baby, I'm not good with that. Milton said mine now. Yes, exactly. Um, you have a nickname. Sorry about me. That's okay, baby. Um, is there a nickname that I can call you so I won't butcher your name? Because I don't want to do that. And that's why I haven't tried, because I know I'm going to mess it up. And I don't want to do that. So, you want me to tell you about how it is in affecting me? Is that what you're asking me to do? And I'm sorry that I'm not understanding. But baby, y'all will come to find out I'm just as throwed off as I want to be. And silly. That's why Milton Leroy running around here acting like that. My kids say, you'll be around here forever, Mama, because you laugh 95% of the time. And I have family in this live right now. CJ, Renee, Queen B, Lamont, they all know me. And they can attest that I'm going to laugh probably 99.9% of the time. Yes. And if I'm not doing that, I'm probably asleep or somewhere trying to find a buffet. Because I do. I like to eat. I like to cook, and I like to eat when I can. I know the days that I can eat, I'm throwing down. We were on a live on TikTok last night, and I got up and cooked fried chicken, steamed cabbage, and rice and cornbread. So when I can't eat, because I hadn't been able to eat for a few days. No, baby, I have sarcoidosis. So when I can't eat, I'm gonna eat. Like I said, if you ever go to I call it a buffet. You ever go to a buffet with me? Bring a pillow and a book, or just drop me off and come back and get me in a couple of hours. When I was up cooking while we were on live last night. I could my daughter, it bothers her to go to a buffet with me. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. I'm so sorry. Well, you do what you have to do to take care of yourself, because that's not a easy illness either. Type 2 diabetes is not easy. I pray God covers you and heals you and gives you the strength that you need. And like I said, just take care of yourself. That's all any of us can do. Just prioritize yourself. And by doing that, by making sure your cup is filled to the rim, it's gonna overflow. And it's gonna overflow and fill the cups of those connected to you. Definitely prayers for you, Richard. Definitely. And y'all see me doing this because I'm adding names to my prayer list when I do this. um, that is what I'm doing. So Richard, I had to do a screenshot to be able to add your name so I wouldn't forget it. Mm. Um, um, it can be passed down through the family. I know a family who even the children born with diabetes. Um, and it just seems like it's inevitable that everyone in their family has it. All the sisters, I don't know if any brothers that have, but all the sisters have diabetes. Um, um, So it's not so much as a life choice, but sometimes, it just runs in the family. Yeah, but not type 3, okay. Yeah, Milton Leroy's running around doing uh, some kind of gymnastics. He's hanging off of a chair upside down. I don't know. If he's, hey, buddy. Hey, man. Hey, hey, what's going on? What's going on, my man? I guess Milton Leroy said, you going to pay some attention to me. Y'all forgive him this morning. He ain't got on no clothes. He don't like being on the camera with no clothes on. Y'all forgive him. Milton is a whole mess. You said did a yes, I did a screenshot from my other device, so that I would have your name, Richard, to put on my prayer list. If that's okay with you, if you don't mind me adding you to it. Hey, buddy. Okay, go be great. Go be great. Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, not everything is brought, by our life, brought upon us by our Milton. Now why? Now why Milton over there trying to chew on the tubing, honey? Milton is on one today. You hear me? He is on one. Yes, Lord. Buddy, what is it? Come on, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Maybe it's because he wants me. She said Milton crazy. Milton acting like it today. Milton acts silly just like his mama. They do take on our personality. Not that if I saw my mama with oxygen on, would I try to chew on the tube into it, you know? But maybe Milton just not used to sharing his mama, and I'm pretty sure that's got a lot to do with it. And he's probably upset that he don't have on no clothes this morning. But anyway, he'll be okay, cause I need to order him some more. When I was looking at his clothes yesterday, they've Milton has gotten to be a big boy really quick. So hey, London, thank you. So are you, beautiful? So he's outgrowing his clothes. So I have to get Milton some more clothes. So we'll get that taken care of, so he won't be running around here all exposed. You know what I mean? And maybe that'll make him feel better. Yeah, that should make him feel better. But y'all, I'm getting it. I'm a little bit tired. I'm getting a little bit winded. So I am going to say I love you. I love y'all. Have a great day. Speak greatness over your day, into your day, over your life, into your life. And remember those 3 words, let there be. Speak with authority, and it shall be. But I don't know why I just started feeling like this. But I'm gonna get a little bit of rest, and I'll be ready to rock and roll again in a little bit, okay? I love you too. I love you too, Nene. Okay, cousin. Y'all have a wonderful day. I look forward to hearing from you, Charlene. All right, I love y'all. Y'all have a great, happy Sunday. And Milton Leroy said he'll see y'all later too. He'll see y'all in the morning. Look at Milton come back by like, I ain't say that. He just came walking back through looking at me like, I didn't say that. Milton's silly. But okay. I love y'all. Bye, Holly. I'll see y'all in the morning. Thank y'all again for coming in and hanging with me. Makes my day. See y'all later. Love y'all.